is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here. You need Jesus, ma'am. He can save you. He can give you a new heart. God can give you a new heart so that you love what God loves. No, that's irrational.
Neighborhood? Really? Now we're just making up words like we're reinventing the dictionary. What's next? Transylvania for the trans crowd? Look, I get it. Words evolve. But when did every identity get its own zip code? If I called my place the Straight District, I'd be canceled faster than a bad Tinder date. Come on, people, this isn't Sesame Street. Welcome to the channel, where we slice through the nonsense with facts, logic, and a side of savage. We're diving deep into the wild world of woke, where feelings try to replace facts.
Is Perry?
Well, I'm non-binary, so...
Okay. What do you go by?
It's Kai.
How can I refer to you tonight? Kai? Okay. Hey, I'm smelling alcohol.
I know.
How much have you consumed tonight?
Like, probably 3 drinks.
I need to run you through some tests right now. Stand facing me, please.
But I just want you to know that I also have very bad social anxiety.
You and me both.
Okay.
Okay? Any recent head trauma, traumatic brain injuries, anything I need to know about?
Mental, yes.
Focus on my finger, please.
I am. You're just, like, trying to intimidate me.
I don't know how I'm trying to do that. This is the test.
As you know, as an Indigenous person, and there's a bunch of going around, I'm sorry, but it's just for me to be on my toes.
I get you.
Can you remember that I told you that I'm non-binary?
Yeah, I'll try my hardest. I'll refer to you as Kai, right?
Yeah.
With your arms by your side, just like this, ma'am.
Can you not call me ma'am, please?
I'm trying my hardest.
Okay, well,
Okay.
it means a lot to me.
I'm trying my
I don't
hardest.
feel like a man, so
Okay.
it's kind of triggering.
Right foot in front of your left. Nope, go back.
I'm sorry, but the whole man thing, just like,
I apologize. Let's see if we can move forward from it. You have 0 questions?
no, but I just want to tell you that I suffer from really bad anxiety, especially with generational trauma and PTSD around white people and cops. Like, it's just...
I'm going to speak with you right over here, okay?
No.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and place your hands behind your back.
Don't, dude.
Don't make it hard.
Please.
Don't make it hard.
No,
Don't. You're going to get a resist.
Dude,
You're going to get a resist.
don't.
Don't resist.
Don't.
Listen to me. Don't resist.
Don't. You're being
Come
a
here.
white man and
Come here.
don't. I followed all of your like, as an Indigenous person, like, you guys. You guys are scaring me.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Yes, there is. It's called generational trauma.
So, Kai here gets pulled over for drinking and driving on the wrong side of the road, and instead of owning it, we get a TED Talk on generational trauma. Talk about deflecting. The cop's just trying to do his job, and now he's navigating non-binary pronouns and a history lesson. The only thing more off balance than that sobriety test is Kai's logic. And let's be real, claiming PTSD from white people while you're wasted behind the wheel? That's a new level of privilege. Someone's not walking a straight line in more ways than one.
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
It's your mama.
That's right. Plain and simple.
You that confused? Let me come and watch it. I tell you, it's your mama. It sure ain't your daddy.
That's right. Go ahead.
President Biden joining in on the conversation. We didn't know what a woman. We didn't know what a woman is. A woman is your mama.
That's right. Tell him about Pastor.
That man is past 80, isn't he? He's past 80, right?
I believe so.
You mean to tell me you past 80 and you don't know your mama and your wife
That's right.
is a woman? They keep trying to shove this trash on Africa.
That's
And
right.
African presidents, one by one, is standing up against it.
That's right.
Saying that the Boy Scouts have a standard. You must be a biological boy to be a Boy Scout. You have to be a boy to be a Boy Scout. In the name Boy Scouts.
So, let me get this straight. You're over 80 years old, and you're still confused about what a woman is? My guy, it's not a riddle. A woman is, well, your mama. It's not rocket science. It's biology. And now we've got Boy Scouts being told they don't even need to be boys. You have one job, be a boy in the Boy Scouts. It's literally in the name. Imagine needing to explain this in 2024. Next, they'll be telling us cats can join dog shows. Common sense is becoming as rare as a Boy Scout badge in this circus.
Many people ask me, how do you use they, them pronouns for a singular person? Well, it's really easy. All you have to do is use it the same way that you would talk about a group of people. So for example, I, Addison, use they, them pronouns. In that case, you talk about me like this. I know Addison. They are amazing. Now, a fun fact about they, them pronouns is that they've been used in a singular context for centuries. Even going back to Shakespearean times, there's actual documentation and literature using they and them in singular contexts. Our language is constantly changing and adapting. We're evolving to find new terms and language to self-identify. So get with the times, don't be an asshole.
I just sometimes think that we have to hit the reset button on humanity and start over. I also have this strange urge to meet everyone's parents. Like, I just want to know who raised him. Are they? Who raised them?
It's kind of like what Cher said, if that makes any sense. It's like, I love men. Like, I think men are the coolest, but I don't need them to survive. Yeah. But like, actually, I love men.
I have to come in on this. You do actually need men to survive. And here's why. Everything that you see around you was built and created and maintained by men. Okay. Everything. The infrastructure in this country, in every single country in the world, is built, created, and maintained by good, honest, hardworking men that just want to provide for their family.
Okay.
Everything. The roads you drive on, the buildings you live in, the restaurant, everything.
The dirty work.
If all men were to disappear, it would be chaos.
So, they slashed them for one person. Huh? Sure. Let's just take grammar and toss it out the window. I know Addison. They are amazing. Yeah, well, they also just broke my brain. And don't hit me with the Shakespeare did it line. Dude also invented words like eyeball and bedazzled. Not exactly the grammar king. Look, you can try to rewrite language all you want, but without men, none of this matters. The roads, the buildings, even the phone you use to tweet about your pronouns, built and maintained by men. So yeah, you do actually need us, unless you want to walk to work on gravel and live in a tent.
How much would you pay to fuck both of us?
How much would I pay to have with both of you?
Yeah.
Individually or at the same time?
At the same time.
I wouldn't do that. I have a lovely girlfriend. Oh, are you walking away?
What if you didn't have a girlfriend?
If I didn't have a girlfriend, I probably wouldn't pay any amount of money.
But then we wouldn't fuck you.
Yeah, that's okay. What movie do you wish was porn? Yeah.
Poseidon.
Poseidon? Is that a movie?
Yeah.
I've never seen Poseidon. Is this
educated?
I'm not educated? No. Oh, I'm sorry. You just asked me how much I would pay to fuck you, and you're like, you need to read.
So, these girls are out here asking how much this guy would pay to sleep with both of them. His response? Nah, I've got a girlfriend, solid guy. But then they hit him with, what if you didn't? And he's still like, nah, not paying. And somehow, we end up in a conversation about Poseidon, a movie about a sinking ship, which is also what this conversation is. They call him uneducated. Ladies, you just went from offering a hookup to giving him homework. This man dodged a bullet, and a whole lecture on movies he'll never watch.
And said, Chase, would you rather smash the hottest trans woman in the world or the oldest woman in the world? Honestly, bro, the oldest woman in the world, because then I wouldn't be gay. Are you like,
Chase, how dare you be transphobic?
Yes, actually, what the f do you mean?
Because if I had sex with a trans woman, I'd be having sex with a biological man, and I don't want to do that. Because I'd be gay if I had sex with a biological man.
That's not gay.
That's
and
gay.
I don't even catch up the f actually.
And said, Chase, would you rather smash the hottest trans woman in the world or the oldest woman in the world?
It doesn't matter.
Honestly, bro, the oldest woman in the world, because then I wouldn't be gay. Are you like,
Chase, how dare you be transphobic?
Yes, actually,
if you were born a biological
because if I had sex with a trans woman, I'd be having sex with a biological man.
Biology.
I don't want to do that. Because I'd be gay if I had sex with a biological man.
That's not gay. And I don't even catch up.
Trans women be included in feminist conversations. How about in women's spaces?
Yes, they're women. What's the question? Trans women or women? So I want to come at this from the position of an athlete.
Oh, Jesus.
So I play semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball. So when it comes to like athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces. Again, we work very hard for the little opportunity there is in the space. We're not as entertaining as the men. Sorry, we're just not. And so it's like you're gonna take the little opportunity that we're given. And I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy and I play basketball with him, he's gonna body me, even if I have years more of training. And so it's like you're taking away the little opportunity that we're given and we all work so hard for, and you're just giving it back to biological guys. It's like this will be the end of women's sports.
Have you tried confidence?
Confidence can't make me bench what a guy benches.
She's confident because she's speaking the truth. Trans women are biologically male, and pairing biological males with females in sports, that's straight up madness. You can't change the rules of biology just because it's woke. Women's sports are turning into a circus, and it's not fair to the real female athletes busting their asses out there.
Included in feminist conversations. How about in women's spaces?
Yes, they're women. What's the question? Trans women or women?
So I want to come at this from the position of an athlete.
Oh, Jesus.
So I play semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball. So when it comes to like athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces. Again, we work very hard for the little opportunity there is in the space. We're not as entertaining as the men. Sorry, we're just not. And so it's like you're gonna take the little opportunity that we're given. And I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy and I play basketball with him, he's gonna body me, even if I have years more of training. And so it's like you're taking away the little opportunity that we're given and we all work so hard for, and you're just giving it back to biological guys. It's like this will be the end of women's sports.
Have you tried confidence?
Confidence can't make me bench what a guy benches.
So does the wage gap exist?
I just think you're brainwashed. Something.
You think I'm brainwashed?
I think that there is a lot of expectations for women to behave a certain way.
Are there not expectations for men to behave a certain way too?
Yes, there are.
I would almost argue it's easier to start a business in America as a woman. You have preferential treatment when it comes to loans, preferential hiring processes. Literally just because you're a woman, women are the majority of college graduates. Life being a woman, I feel like in some ways kind of life on easy mode if you play into the corporate structure. They literally have empowerment programs that they don't allow men, let alone straight white men in. There's literally a multi-billion-dollar corporate push to empower women. You know, you think I'm brainwashed, you can think that, but you also espouse an ideology that you can't even give me literally one example why you actually believe it, let alone define it, but you just slap that label on because that's what mainstream society has told you to believe. So I think you're actually the one who's brainwashed.
I'm brainwashed. Girl, you are so based.
Thank you.
Look, it's hilarious how people cling to the wage gap myth like it's a security blanket. You say women have it tough? Sure. But they're not exactly lining up outside the hardship Olympics. You've got empowerment programs, preferential hiring, and grants flying at women like confetti. If anything, it sounds like the corporate world is saying, we want you, while men are out here wondering if they'll even get a call back. So, next time you want to argue about being oppressed, maybe check your privilege, and remember, the only thing getting gapped here is your argument.
So both of you do OnlyFans. How much do you make, Nicolette?
I make a lot.
How much per month?
I think it's like kind of tacky to say like exactly how much money you make.
I mean, it's tacky to be on OnlyFans in the first place, but
shots fired.
I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's like bad vibes right there. Like, oh my god.
Disagreement is bad vibes.
But
honestly, can you expect much from someone working for OnlyFans? It's a short-term gig that screams what's next. Look, it's fun while it lasts, but it's just a matter of time before she realizes she won't be able to cash in on those subscription fees forever. When the looks fade and the content dries up, what's the backup plan? The real world isn't as forgiving as the DMs.
Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now, you can call yourself whatever you
don't
want.
menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive
Yes,
to
it
cis
is.
women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body
if you are,
menstruated at
if
some
your
point
chromosomes are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary?
They're
We're
not
excluding
men.
a whole group of
They're
people
women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the the science of this as an example. When we've learned sex and gender identity are they're completely different things.
They're not completely different.
They are completely different.
Completely different words.
Sex is what you're born with, the sexual reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with. They're completely
Well, I don't
different
accept that
things.
distinction. You have to argue for it. You're just giving a conclusion. You're just making it up.
Honestly, can you expect much from someone working for OnlyFans? It's a short-term gig that screams what's next. Look, it's fun while it lasts, but it's just a matter of time before she realizes she won't be able to cash in on those subscription fees forever. When the looks fade and the content dries up, what's the backup plan? The real world isn't as forgiving as the DMs.
What about folks who have wombs but are not women, like trans people, genderqueer folks? Why do you keep saying women when this issue affects more than women?
Because there are two genders, male and
There
female.
aren't. I am non-binary. I have a friend who is intersex, who is born, who has different chromosomes than you would expect somebody physically to have, because how many people in this room have had a chromosomal test? This issue affects more than women. It affects trans men. It affects genderqueer folks.
Women have wombs.
I am not a woman, and I have a womb.
You are a woman.
I know.
If you have a womb and call yourself a man, you're either confused or being dishonest. It's basic biology. Women have wombs. Men don't. It's as simple as that.
The person who took the banner advertising this event with my face on it and set it on fire on this campus, you shut down the conversation. Do you think that was okay? Do you think it's okay to set banners on fire?
I think people can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
So there's no moral right or wrong?
I think people can do whatever the fuck they want to do. They can have an abortion, they can fuck 5 people in the night, they can come and listen to your speech, and they can still have questions for you.
And you can set banners on fire and that's fine?
People can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
So do you believe that there's moral right and wrong?
I can say it one more time for the people outside. I can do whatever the they want to do.
So she doesn't believe it's right or wrong. That's actually a very scary society because there are rights and there are wrongs. And you can't be like, I can do whatever the I want to do, because that's actually a very, very scary situation. Because if I wanted to go out and murder people or commit an act of genocide, I shouldn't have the right to do whatever the I want to do. Next question.
Classic case of a clueless young person with no brains, boundaries, or morals, just a whole lot of rage. Hey, Han, are your parents proud of you, or are they just embarrassed?
Do not even.
What do you want? You alright?
No, I'm not alright. Eating a poor, helpless chicken.
But like, you're over here wearing a leather jacket.
It's not real.
Okay, it might not be real fur, but you're still wearing a leather jacket, aren't
The
you?
leather jacket is very, very old.
Okay, it doesn't matter. The chicken might have been
I'm a
old.
vegan. I've taken the choice. I have.
Yeah, and he's a vegan as well on a Wednesday. If you don't want to see people eating chicken or whatever, blah, that's fine by you, yeah, but then go away from a KFC. You want some?
I said, do not even. It's disgusting.
How
could you?
How could you?
Oh, it's just not right.
You don't have to agree with it, but then just keep it to yourself. Like, look at them guys there. Are you going to go for them and then stop them as well?
Yes, I am going to go over there.
Yes. Grandma rolls in with her leather jacket, ready to start a meat protest at KFC. Seriously, why can't she just mind her own business? She chose to be vegan, great for her. But that doesn't mean everyone else has to join her veggie crusade. Let people enjoy their chicken in peace. Grandma.
What is a woman?
What is it? That's a stupid question, dude. That's a dumb question.
What is a woman? It's not a trick question. What is a woman?
Who identifies as a woman?
You can't answer the question with the question. Yeah, define the woman without saying woman.
It's a social defined by people.
You're in college, paying for an education. What is a woman?
How about you talk to someone with media training? How about you talk to someone
You don't need media training. It's not a trick. What is a woman?
who identifies as a woman?
You can't answer the question with the...
What are you talking about?
It's the college kids of America going hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt who think it's a trick question when you ask them what a woman is.
It's not rocket science. If college kids can't answer that without turning it into a pop quiz, we've got a problem. You're dropping thousands for an education, yet can't define something as basic as woman? This isn't media training. It's just common sense. If you can't even nail that down, maybe it's time to rethink those student loans.
We're trying to explain how white privilege doesn't exist.
Correct, it doesn't.
You are a white man, how do you know?
What can a white person do that a black person can't do?
Black applicants to jobs are 50% less likely to get jobs if they have a black sounding name.
That's not even close to being true.
That is a literal.
In fact, it's the opposite.
I'm not going to argue your lived experience. I'm not going to, no.
Now you have to listen to him under your rules because a black person is going to say you're wrong.
I am. He can say I'm wrong. I know.
Come on up to the mic.
I know. I read your.
My name's Keemon Dixon. I have a really black name. Please tell me how 50% of my internships have been denied when I've worked for Senator Mike Lee, Mayor Trent Sachs, Speaker Mike Schultz.
Hold on.
I've worked for Congressman Burgess Owens. I've actually worked on his campaign. I've worked on the campaigns of John Huntsman Jr. Please tell me how my black experience and my black name has not given me Go ahead.
Okay, so we're saying white privilege doesn't exist, huh? But here comes Keemon Dixon, a man with a really black name, owning the mic. He's worked for senators and congressmen, proving that hard work trumps assumptions about race. So, what's the excuse for the 50% drop-off in job chances? Sounds like a narrative that doesn't hold up in reality. The truth is, success isn't handed out based on skin color. It's about what you bring to the table. Let's stop using race as a crutch and start celebrating individual achievement.
The women in this country still make 77 cents on the dollar for what men make. So if women don't make less than men?
Actually, if you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that.
Wait.
Well,
don't tell
first
me
of
the
all,
reasons are. Do women make less than men for doing the same work?
No, because...
Wow.
Well,
okay.
Well, for example, men work an average of 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more. Women want more flexible
Listen, this is not a math is hard
No. Yes, it is, actually.
No, it isn't.
Well, you have to
listen.
Look.
All right, let Rachel frame it, though, the way
Rachel,
right now,
laid it out.
women are making 77 cents on the dollar for what men are making.
But that's not true. If so,
all right, let Rachel make her point.
Every greedy businessman in America would hire only women, save 25%.
The classic 77 cents on the dollar claim. Let's unpack that. First off, no, women aren't making less than men for the same job. If that were true, every greedy businessman in America would be hiring only women to save a cool 25%. But here's the kicker, men generally work longer hours and often choose higher paying fields like engineering or tech. Meanwhile, women tend to gravitate toward more flexible jobs. So, when you add it all up, it's not a conspiracy. It's just a matter of choice and lifestyle. Time to stop playing the victim and start looking at the real numbers.
A white man is wearing a woman for Trump and a feminist for Trump when I consider myself a feminist. And
did you just assume my gender? You said white man.
Okay, I see your point there.
How do you know I'm not a woman?
I see your point.
You need to check your white privilege, your white female privilege, I think.
You think?
A little bit. I actually identify as a non-binary, gender-fluid dragonkin.
Are you trying to make up, are you just trying to be funny now? Or?
Like part dragon, like I can breathe fire, and sometimes I flap my wings and I whoosh into the sky.
Oh, so you're a non-binary, gender-fluid, dragonkin now? Dude, if you breathe fire, can you also burn away student loans? Asking for a friend. But seriously, flapping your wings and flying into the sky? That's just called leaving the conversation when logic shows up. As for that white female privilege, listen, if that's real, can someone please explain why I'm still paying full price for everything? I swear I checked my privilege, but the discounts didn't apply. Keep trolling though, you're doing God's work, my dude.
It's not okay to be yourself. If yourself is this, stop being it. Stop it. No one likes yourself. Not in public. No, it's not okay to be yourself in public. Stop it. I hope a shark eats this person. That'd be a great end to that video.
Oh my gosh, a wolf with a fake tail? Well, I guess if you're going to howl at the moon, you might as well look the part. I mean, sure, it's crazy, but at least they didn't go full werewolf. We have to start offering rabies shots at these events.
I just want to ask you what you as a male, just like would guess you are a male,
think they have the right to speak up and tell women what to do with their body.
Are men allowed to have opinions on moral topics?
Yeah, you are, of course, allowed to have opinions, but it's a really controversial opinion to tell a woman what to do with their body. You are a man, and it's not your field-based eye.
So if it's not your DNA, why is it your choice?
Of course, it's my body.
It happens to be temporarily in your body, but is it your being?
Yeah, 100%.
It is? Didn't the woman make a choice to have sex and then she should carry the responsibility that comes with it?
I think there are two people who should carry the responsibility, not only the woman.
Okay, wait, hold on. So then shouldn't a man be able to say, you can't have an abortion without my consent? I thought you said it was just a woman's issue.
Hold up. So you're saying it's her body, her choice. But the moment a guy asks if he should have a say, suddenly it's stay out of it? Interesting logic. Look, if it took two people to make the baby, why does all the responsibility magically fall on just one? So, if it's her body, then what? The guy just gets stuck paying for a decision he had zero say in? Seems like a real selective use of equality there. But hey, if we're talking responsibility, shouldn't it go both ways? Or does equality stop when the bill comes in? Just a thought. Alright, that's it for today. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more spicy debates, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of the fun. Now, here's a question for you. If it takes two to tango, should both have a say in what happens next? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned, stay smart, and I'll catch you in the next one.